We're back here. We're in Daytona Beach at day 2 of our video marketing boot camp. We've been deep in it today. We've been talking about everything from Facebook to LinkedIn to Twitter to Instagram. We've really done a deep dive, and we really explored the use of video, whether you're using raw video or you're using a link, what's better, Vimeo or YouTube. We've really tried to take a deep dive. But today, for this quick segment, we're going to talk about 2 pieces. Actually, one primarily. It's Google My Business. And this is kind of the elephant in the living room. Kerbox Media has a national platform called the Intelligent Marketing Dashboard. And how that works is we analyze everything to do with your business, and then we have a tool to fix it. And then we have a tool to post on all of the social media. And what we find is a lot of people are not posting. First of all, they don't have a Google My Business listing. So let's start there. Google My Business is Google's way. They already have all of our data. They know everything we're doing, right? If they wanted to, they could. I mean, it would be pretty serious. But their Google Maps, Google Earth, Google, content, they have created another business tool, who knows where they're going with it, called Google My Business, and that application allows you to put all of the everything about your business in one place, right? So you're going to go in there and you're going to add your business. Now, here's where it gets tricky. A lot of people get off track here. They have to verify your business, right? You can't just go in and set it up. Oh, that's great, because a lot of people were abusing that. With Google My Business, you're going to want to verify it with an address, right? And so a lot of people, realtors, for example, will have an office, which is a branch office, right, versus their home office, right? And I think that we got to think ahead here, with the IRS and everything with home offices, because there's some really interesting things, right? Watch this. In LA, here's what they were talking about. If you are using your home for an office and you're writing it off, right, then your home is now a business and they can tax you. Unbelievable. I'm not even going to go there. So why did I bring that up? Because of the deviation of the address. Where do you want to use your home address or do you want to use your business location? Bill, right? With you have a business location. Don, I'm sure do you have a studio or some kind of physical location?
My studio is wherever I am.
Okay, good. So you'd probably use your home.
I use my home office.
Okay. So when it's critical that you go right away and claim your Google listing. By the way, if you already did it, don't worry, we're going to get to some good stuff and how to maximize it. But you're going to have to put in a verification address in there. They're going to want to mail you a card, and then you got to take that code and go back in and add that. So the value of a properly filled out Google My Business account, aside from your email address, your phone number, and your website, what happens is when people are searching on Google, Google wants to provide the best level of service. And so they want to deal with local people that are real, right? And so when you build your image of Google My Business, that's photos and video and content. If I took a picture of Deb Weller's office, Google geotargeting, they know where that photo's from, right? So when you upload local photos or local businesses or your kids at school, they know you're local. The more you can prove, the people that have hundreds of photos are the ones that are getting found. So watch this. I'm in here where we are, and I want to find a locksmith, right? And I type in, Daytona Beach locksmith. Well, the guy that's going to come up is the guy that has the most street cred, right? The most value they find that they have been testimonials, right? And Video is phenomenal for testimonials. But even if you don't have video, take a picture of your client, right, smiling in front of their house. Geo-targeting, they know where it is, and they see happy people. So it's hard to get 100 photos. But if you get in the mindset and understand that people are searching for realtors or photographers or marketers or real estate, whatever, they are going to go to Google. And you want to be the one that's found, and you want to have access. So one of the other pieces of that is you can post daily on your my mobile phone's quite in use right now. You can literally save, this is critical, save on your phone the Google My Business app. And you can go in there and you can add photos or video at any time during the day or whatever in the course of your normal business. And I highly recommend that. That's a really great way to start to build that business. So when we look at the traditional thoughts about social media of Facebook and Instagram and all that, kind of the bastard child over here is LinkedIn and Google My Business, right? Twitter is so political right now. It's just unbelievable. And to be honest, I mean, let's put the cards on the table. What's happening with social media right now is just not right. It's just not right. They're controlling the flow. If you had told me 100 years, 20 years, I'm 100 years old. If you told me 10 years ago that they would put their own representation of what I'm saying next to my post or take my post down, I would have told you you're in communist Russia, right? Well, that's what's happening right now. And so we have to be as consumer-centric as possible and put content out there that reflects our local business. So let's just touch base a little bit on LinkedIn. How many of you have ever run an ad on LinkedIn? Okay. How many of you have posted native video on LinkedIn? He's photobomb.
I'm not photobomb, I'm part of this.
You can wait.
LinkedIn, here's what happens with LinkedIn. I'm gonna use my son Alec. Alec will see me on LinkedIn, and we'll become friends on LinkedIn. He'll be following me, be in my line. And what'll happen is Alec will immediately say, "Hey, Bill, welcome to see you. I'm wondering if you're interested in any of our video services. We have a special this week." People seem at LinkedIn like morons to attack people when they come into LinkedIn. So the value to LinkedIn is to build your followers, just like you do on Facebook. Get in there and start to acknowledge other posts, to follow other groups, to post content, to become valuable. Because I'll tell you, LinkedIn, the people on LinkedIn, right, they're not playing around like Johnny on the, Kathy on the thing looking at, pink shoes. They're business people, right? So especially for your business, but for real estate too. You can talk about foreclosures. You can talk about apartment buildings. You can talk about certainly luxury properties. So as you build your business using video from our training yesterday, please make sure it gets to LinkedIn. Now, we talked about some systems that will post automatically. But unfortunately, what happens if you're on Vimeo and you hit to share the post, when it gets to LinkedIn, it will automatically post it, but it will just put a link. So my company, Kerbox Media, with our intelligent marketing dashboard, we're learning that we have to do that manually. We do have now another way that we're doing it in bulk. But you go on to LinkedIn and post that video and post that photo. And if you're on Google My Business, you also want to consider that 1 minute or 30-second video onto Google My Business. Any questions on this?
Thank you, bud.
You got it, man. Thank you for coming. So, yesterday we did the video thing. Hopefully you're going to create more video. Did you like the way that iMovie works? I mean, it's
easier than I thought it would be.
It is, isn't it? It's got a lot of good features. And so when you start to, again, make testimonials, right? Or property videos or, neighborhood business videos, I think that's going to be a great thing. And I'll close with this because what Debbie and Aaron have done is I think they've started the ball rolling down the hill, so to speak, with Collab. So Collab it's its own space, but it's beautifully designed for digital. It is going to be a recording type studio. It's going to have live stream capabilities. So we could literally, with the right relationship, we could literally show you how to set up your own API to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all that, and come in and plug it in and use our system to do videos. Deb and Aaron didn't know that yet, but that's a possibility. We've got
bringing to fruition my dream.
Yeah, good. We've got green screen capability. So let me just touch quickly on green screen. So green screen is what's called chroma key, and chroma key allows you to remove the background. So if this was green, I could stand here and I could talk, and then I could pop myself in with a video background, right? Well, that's playing and I'm standing there. How I use it in real estate is that I will have a picture of a listing that has expired. Now we're going to go deep on this. So let's say there's a listing that's expired, right? And you maybe when you were there, you took a picture. Hint, hint, overpriced listings, get a picture. Or you can grab something from the MLS. You have to be careful. You don't want to broach any, MLS rules. But let's just say you have a picture of the living room. You can literally stand in front of a green screen, and here's what you do. Hey, John, it's Bill Kerbox. I noticed this morning in the MLS that your property's off market. I'm sure you're aware of that. But I wanted to just ask you a question. Are you open to a new way to market your property using our video or whatever? I'd love an opportunity to share what we do. It's different. And please let me know, just put a little message in there if you're open to a quick conversation. Boom. Take that video, and now I'm making an expired listing presentation to them in their living room, and I'm texting them the video.
Creepy. Whoa. Creepy.
I'm in their living room, and they're seeing the video, and they're going, that guy's in our freaking living room telling us about his listing. Right? Could be fun. Or you could do it with the boat guy had to go because we talked a little too much real estate. With a boat going, hey, you guys, everything's about action, right? And that's video captures attention, but when you've got a good message, also it could be a great way to do it. Has anybody in here done green screen before?
A real bad one.
So here's the short story with green screen. The iPhone 13, I'm getting a 1% kickback, and iMovie have the ability to do green screen. In the olden days, it was like a half-day adventure to be able to do green screen. Chroma key, you had to do it, you had to check the edges, it was rough. Now you can do it on your phone, you can do it in iMovie. So when you have two images, the background and you talking. So you stand in front of the green screen, you get your video, you go into iMovie, you select the sequence of those, and then you touch on the little three dots, and it'll come down and it'll say green screen blue. And it will remove the background and put you in the image that you put down there.
And you tell me if I'm wrong, the green screen video stacks on top of.
Yeah, it takes you and puts you on top of the background. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I did one recently for Aaron. I took video of the homeless camp, and I put him in the homeless camp, and he looked really good there. I mean, honestly, I felt like I almost cried.
Anyway,
I felt.
right. I did look pretty good in the homeless
Alec, get ready. So I want to thank everybody for watching. We're going to be doing these on a regular basis. We're brought to you today by the Weller team. here in Daytona Beach, Florida. We've had a great time being here, and we're so happy. We're going to be doing video boot camps coming up soon. We've got Collab, which is a digital ad system that we've got that's going to be available to everybody in the community.